Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Someone has requested me to make a video showing my setup at level 71, and I personally think this is one of the better setup to go at level 71 in terms of having really good stats and preparing for the next upcoming expansion and really hard events as well. So I'm gonna be showing you my skill sets I use and what upgrades I use, my mastery and my passives, as well as my gears and stuff. If you have a look right now, this is my bet stats. It's got 4.7k damage and 8.5k DPS and 8k health and 7k armor. Now I'm going to be going into the skills first so you can see what the skills are about, and then I'm gonna go into all of this, and then I'm gonna tell you my gear setup. Firstly, I use a Shadow Piercer, Aim Shot, the Razor Shield, and lastly Shadow Storm Shot. These two, the first Aim Shot and Shadow Piercer, I use them to kill bosses. They're very effective. If you upgrade all of this, you will see this one shatters the target's armor for a short period of time, and if you charge it and hit the boss, then immediately hit this, you actually do a lot of damage. So I'd recommend you to try these two combos. So this first, then this. It somewhat looks like this. So you charge it up, hit it, and quickly go like that, and you make that. If there's a boss, it'll do a lot of damage if you didn't know that already. This one I use for I mainly use for this spinning freedom. So when activated, Razor Shield will remove all movement impairing effects on you. This includes a stun, freeze, snare, root, and slow effects from other mobs and casters. It also helps you move faster and increase the duration and do a lot more damage and all that kind of stuff. But it's very important you upgrade these 3 skills to the maximum and this to the 3. The reason you do this is because the shield breaking is already this one. I think it breaks the one of them breaks the shield, but these two are not that important. And lastly, I have this because this one can do area of effect damage. It can, like, kill everything. If you charge it up and shoot it at a group, it can usually take the whole group down. So it's important that you upgrade this fully. These 3 are very powerful skills for Rogue, one of the better ones in terms of killing bosses, clearing the map, and protecting yourself if there are mobs like in Glintstone, where they do stun you with the beetles and stuff. Anyway, next to the passives, I tend to upgrade all of my passives except the speed, and that is because I have a speed set. So if you don't have a speed set, you might want to improve your quickness, but as a rogue you need all of the passives. So there you go. Do read what they do so you have a good understanding of what each of them are, and can change things based on your opinions. For masteries, I have this one, the Razor Shield Mastery, because it reduces damage taken while it's active, and it's active for a long time. And Shadow Storm Mastery, because it can increase the AoE range, so area of effect range, and it can hit additional targets as well to the fullest maximum you can. And lastly, at the moment I'm using Refuel, because they can you can give mana to everyone in the party, and it improves their movement speed by 100% for 15 seconds, so it really helps clearing mobs faster. Now if you're at a boss that was really harder, I'd go with the ultimate Aim Shot, but usually because I have good stats and most of my parties do, I tend to go with this to give us a bit of a boost. Okay, so that is all for the skill. Now to the gears. Obviously I use the level 71 Spirit Daggers. It is level 50 with 5.5% dex and 2% armor. As a rogue, you will want percentage dex. The more percentage dex you have, all of your stats will increase. The more of this you have, and that is how you see some people with like 12k or 14k damage. Or there's like 2 or maybe 5 people in the game that have those kind of damage, but that is how they do it. You need a lot of percentage dex on all of your gears. Of course, your gears have to be like the best at level, on the maximum level. Next, I have this my armor with 2% dex. That is all you wanna go for. And then I have this Meyer armor with 1% dex. I do need to change this. I've been trying. And then I use the Elondrian / belt of natural mastery, because I find this to be the best belt for my character. It's actually really good. It gives you a lot of health and not that much armor, so this is good for getting a lot of health. I use 8% dex on this, and then I use the level 71 arcane rings and amulet, as you can see right here, with a relatively good or decent awakening there, and anything too special. And lastly, I use the frostbitten artifact of the elf. That's because I've got 100% gold loot on it, and that's how I get these stats with 7,000 armor, 8,500 DPS, and 105 dodge. That means anyone that attacks you by like basic attack, I can dodge them. I'm only affected by skills that the other mobs will have, and not their basic attack. Like if the mobs go like this, oh sorry, didn't mean to do that. If the mobs so this is your basic attack when they just go like this. So these attacks I can dodge every single one of them, and these are the skills that I can't dodge with over 100% dodge, if you didn't know that. I am using elixirs to maximize my damage, so that is also to keep in mind. Damage elixirs will improve your stats as well. And then of course I have another Meyer artifact which I tend to use with the Meyer set if I'm infestifying, but that is with a friend right now, so I can't show you that. I also have a Meyer ring I use. So that is the stats I use when I want to kill bosses really quickly. But also if I'm like running somewhere like Elite South Gates, then I will be running with the same setup, except the only thing that's different is I replace the level 71 arcane ring and amulet with the Venom speed set. And this is because I need to get kill mobs really quickly and move on. And with this I also get fairly decent stats as well. So I think it's a good setup if you wanna always be on the move, and this is the one I tend to use more often. And lastly, my farming set is the average set, so I'll have the level 50 Spirit Daggers and the minus 2 sets, and then I'll have the average set on belt. So I have 90% gold load on the belt, 50% gold load on the ring, and 70% gold load on the amulet. So that's 410% gold load on the average set. And of course my artifact is 100%. I haven't really bought the gold load for this. I had them, but I decided to sell them when the special awakening event comes. I'll try awaken them yet. And I don't have a weapon yet with gold load because I'm looking for a really OP one. If you are selling them, or if you want to buy any of the items I showed you, feel free to send me a message and I'll see what I can do. So there you go. And in terms of that's not, yeah, that one doesn't have any, the Ava Set doesn't have any jewels on it, so that makes sense. Now in terms of jewels, what jewels do I use? I tend to use noble jewels, but I don't have them at the moment because they're too expensive, so I'm not buying them right now. I think the superb jewels are a better option. I tend to use the superb jewels a lot more because they can be sold easier because more people can afford to buy them, and they offer +7 decks, which really stacks up. And lastly, I have the Noble Order Finest on this. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something new. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down and let me know what you think. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have anything to suggest, or if you think there's a better option, feel free to leave it down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.